Hello and what is up? Let's go through the Stardew Valley 1.6, 1.6, 1.6 update, patch notes, kind of in full a little bit more so. Obviously, there's been some teasers and this and that throughout the week. A lot of people have posted on it, reported on it, but I always wait until I get the full update to really dive in. So, without further ado, let's go through it. Stardew Valley Update 1.6 patch notes, new content and features. So, outside of the ones that have been spoiled, we'll go through it all either way, but there is a new farm, a Meadowlands farm. That is so hype. We are so excited. We added new festivals and events. The Desert Festival is a 3-day event in which spring can be accessed after the bus is repaired. More than likely for most people, this will be a year or two. Even for me, probably a year or two. 2 mini fishing festivals. Trout Derby and Squid Fest. Very nice. And a new environmental event in summer. Very interesting. We added a mastery system accessed via a new area, which grants powerful perks and items. So this might be a little bit more end game for the game. Meadowlands Farm, as we talked about, it has a chewy blue grass that animals love. You also start with a coop and 2 chickens. I think we're definitely going to be giving that a try when we play through it here shortly. Added a whole bunch of new NPC dialogues. That's very nice. Custom gift reactions. Good. Dynamic dialogues. That's one of the nicest things I loved in modded as well. Custom flower dance acceptance dialogue. Very nice. We also restored some missing dialogues. I assume these were more like bugs and things like that that were in the case. So very good. And more. Oh boy. Nothing cryptic about that whatsoever. You can now get multiple pets after getting max hearts with your starter pet. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Added a world map for Ginger Island visible when visiting the island. That's very helpful for sure. The world map now shows your actual position in real time, and so instead of showing you at a fixed point for each location. Very cool. Multiplayer, you'll be able to see other players' position. That is so helpful for people playing multiplayer. Pets that you love will sometimes give you gifts. Oh, interesting. And maybe like a dog bone. Who knows? NPCs now have winter outfits. That is fantastic. Festivals now have map and dialogue changes every second year except the night market and the desert festival. Good to know. Very, very good to know. Added a golden Joja parrot, which you can pay to find all remaining golden walnuts on Ginger Island. Interesting. Added perfection waivers, a new Joja way to bypass perfection challenges. We're probably going to do a Joja run. I've never done it before. It might be the time. Added a prize machine in Lewis's house. You can collect prize tickets as a reward for completing quests and special orders, and from repeated egg ice festival wins. Cool. Bookseller now comes to town twice a season. What's a bookseller? What? Oh, it's like a new cart, I guess. Cool. Added mystery boxes. Well, I wonder what those are. Added a big tree with a quest line, which ultimately gives you some new neighbors. Cool. 4 new crops. Huzzah, new crops. We got carrots, summer squash, broccoli, and powder melon, which can't be purchased at the store. And 2 new giant crops as well. Very exciting. Added 4 new home renovations, dining room, attic, expanded corner room, and cubby. Okay, very good. Added new items, big chest, which has almost double the size of a regular chest. It can also be placed onto a regular chest to upgrade it. Dehydrator, which turns fruit into dried fruit and mushroom into dried mushrooms. Very cool. Mushroom log, which produces mushrooms and interacts with nearby trees. Oh, interesting. I don't know what that entails. Bait maker, which can produce fish-specific baits. Oh, interesting. Heavy furnace, which can process more bars at a time and yield bonus bars. That's actually really nice because furnaces can become a little bit more repetitive as you get further in the game. So I'm excited to see that one. A fish smoker, which produces smoked fish, doubling the value of the fish. Ooh, very nice. You actually get one by default when starting a new Riverlands farm. That's interesting. Text signs, which can be written on. That's helpful, especially multiplayer-wise. An anvil, which allows you to re-roll trinkets. Oh, very cool. A mini forge, which acts as a dwarvish forge. Oh boy, this is a long list. Statue of blessings, which grant a random blessing each day. Very cool. Statue of the dwarf king, which allows you to select one of 2 mining buffs for the day. Oh, these might be some more chase items or some big items at the end. Tent kits, which allows you to build a tent which can be slept in for one night. Oh, interesting. So maybe if you're out at the desert or something and it's late, you can just tent it. And then you can wake up and do Skull Cavern again the next morning, maybe? I don't know. Possibly. Treasure totems, which spawn a ring of diggable spots. Okay, cool. Mystic Siege, which grow a unique tree which can be tapped. Oh, hello, new tapping. That's fun. Mystic Syrup. Okay, cool. Deluxe Bait gets fish biting faster. Good to know. Challenge Bait, which allows for up to 3 fish to be caught at once, but loses 1 each time a fish leaves the bobber bar. Oh, like 3 simultaneous bars, maybe? That could be cool. Deluxe Worm Bin, which upgrades the regular worm bin to produce the deluxe bait. Makes sense. 19 unique books of power, which grant special perks. Maybe these are the books, right? Skill books, Book of the Stars, okay, that are sold. That's cool. Skill books, which grant experience in a skill. And Book of the Stars, which grants experience in all skills. Very nice. Moss, a new resource type which grows on old trees. Okay. Mixed flower seeds. Oh, okay. That's cool. Sonar bobber, which shows the fish on your line before you catch it. That could be useful, so you could just ignore certain fish. That's cool. Raisins, which have a special use. Oh, dried out grapes, I'm guessing. That's probably it. Sea jelly, river jelly, and cave jelly. A new item that you can fish. Very good. 7 trinkets, which give you more power in combat. Red, purple, and green fireworks. Ooh, that could be fun. Stardew tea, which makes an excellent gift for everyone. 25 new hats. Hype. 280 new pieces of furniture. Hype. That is awesome. New unique furniture catalogs, which contain themed furniture sets. Very cool. 41 new floor styles. 24 new wallpaper styles. Golden animal crackers. That's awesome. Mannequins, which can be dressed. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, that kind of gives you like, you can set up outfits and stuff. That's really cool. Spouse portraits, which can be purchased after reaching 14 hearts. Interesting. Butterfly powder, which allows you to remove pets. Okay. The bluegrass starter, moss soup, and secret items. Oh boy. What could that possibly be? You know? Added a gobby fish. Added some new remix bundles. Cool. We might do a remix as well. Just in the meantime, but again, probably going Georgia myself this time. You can now place hats on cats and dogs. Hype. So hype. You can now upgrade the copper pan. Oh, okay. Maybe you can get better results from panning. You can now enchant pans with archaeologist, generous, fisher, or reaching. Very interesting. Okay. Added special items and powers tab to replace the wallet. The wallet area now tracks a selection of progress markers. Okay, cool. Add an animals tab that shows all your pets and animals. This is a nice change right here. I'm looking forward to seeing that. You can now build pet bowls in Robin's shops. Cool. You can customize your pet bowl. That's awesome. The farmhouse and pet bowl can now be moved through the menu. Wow, the farmhouse and the pet bowl, that is huge. Being able to move, that just adds so much more possibility from, I think I was saying it recently in my episode where you kind of just, it's like everybody goes with the same kind of style from the farmhouse. So pretty cool. The farm computer can now be used anywhere to see a summary of that location instead of only on the farm. The mini jukebox can now be used on Ginger Island. Very nice. Added a new interaction with your horse. Oh, okay, cool. Added a new side tunnel to the quarry mine. Interesting. The community center fish tank now becomes an actual fish tank when you complete it. That's a nice little change. Added more secrets and Easter eggs. Oh boy. 2 new cat and dog breeds. Very nice. Added turtle pets. Hello. Let's go. 8 new achievements. 4 new cabin variants. Added a few more accessory options in the character creation. Added a new bobber machine in Willie's shop with 39 bobber styles to choose from. Wow. New styles unlocked by catching new kinds of fish. So new bobbers being added to the game. Added a cameo appearance to tomorrow's 14 Heart event. Interesting. Emily has a new rare socialize daily quest if you've completed the introduction quest. Okay. You can now add anchors, treasure chests, and pearls to fish tanks. Oh, cool. That's nice. Pierre now sells a few random items at the Winter Star booth at a markup. Okay, so you pay a little bit more, but maybe a little bit something at the Winter Store. Added a jingling sound when running with the Cinder Clown shoes on. That's just cute. Baby Toss now has a chance to crit. Added a Skull Cavern statue that can be used to toggle hard mode in the Skull Cave after completing Key's challenge. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's a hard mode toggle? Hello, that's crazy. Added additional chests to Skull Cavern levels 200 and 300. Holy cow. Added unique cavern chest appearance for level 1, 2, and 300. Wow. Added the high note, the C5 to the flute block. Added Iridium Golem to the wilderness farm. C changes for mod authors. Again, modded versus vanilla, right? I'm going to just kind of briefly roll through the rest here. There's a lot. So visual improvements, waterfalls, more holiday decorations in winter, more path stones to various maps, jack-o'-lanterns after the Stardew Valley Fair, season world map variants, a new rare ambient critter, some rare summer butterfly variants. That's fun. A little brown bird variant. Redrew the world map to better match the in-game locations. Good. Boat journey textures are now seasonal. That's fun. The bus stop now has a wider map, though the distance traversed is the same. Perfect. No more black bars. That's great. Jelly, pickles, wines, and juices are now colored. We knew about that. Many town trees are now actual tree objects, though you can't cut them down. A slight adjustment to the way things pop out when you dig them from the ground. Good. Updated volcano gold ore node sprite. Very interesting. Some trees have a chance to lose their leaves in the fall. Okay. Riverbanks and lake shores in the mountains, town, and forest area now less jagged in some places. Okay. Graphical improvements to building interiors. Improve the art of George and Evelyn's roof. if you destroy a mine's chest, it now shows some graphic debris. I didn't even know you could do that. Added special backplates to Fortune Teller TV show if you get a perfectly good or perfectly bad luck day. Okay. Lighting changes. It now gets dark an hour earlier in winter. Oh, okay. Interesting. Night tiles now activate an hour earlier in all season. Okay. Indoor daytime lighting now smoothly transitions into night lighting. Nice. That's good to see. Night lighting in non-farmhouse indoor locations is now slightly darker. Farmhouse lighting on rainy days is now slightly moody. Very good. TVs and trees now give off light at night. That's cool. The tree of the winter star. That's nice. Added a light source to window light glows. So there are no more dark but lit windows. Okay. Made some improvements to the intro bus drive cutscene. Cool. At night, hats are now drawn at the nighttime color. Excellent. Removed lighting quality option. It's now just permanently set to ultra. Good changes overall. I love it. The submerged fishing bobber is now recolored automatically to match the water. I think that's a nice change as well. Multiplayer up to 8 players. That's awesome. Better performance, stability, everything. Players will now use Steam multiplayer authentication. Large multiplayer packets are now compressed, reducing bandwidth and latency. Very nice things. You now need the same build number to join the server. That makes sense. Accepting a key challenge that increases mine difficulty now only kicks other players out. Not all the mines of the affected mine type. Not all the mines. Okay. Purple shorts no longer show a chat message when placed into the luau soup. Oh, you control your friends. Jump down the mine shaft sound now plays for all players in the level rather than just the jumper. Okay, so it kind of gives you an identification that somebody jumped down. That's good. Balance changes. We'll go through this and I'll probably leave the bugs off because, yeah, this is going to take a bit. Added a box with 3 tent kits to the Ginger Island jungle. Very nice. Weapons found in the wild now have a chance to come with basic innate enchantment. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Slime hutches are now significantly smaller. Oh, wow. That's a big change. 11 by 6 to 7 by 4. That's pretty big. Farm animals now gain a little happiness if you close the animal door behind them at night. Good to know. Grass now survives in the winter, though it won't spread. However, cutting grass during winter is much less effective. I think that's a great change. The mushroom cave now comes with a free dehydrator. Oh, okay. Mushroom cave was always better. Why would you go back cave? Anyways, change recipe skill requirements for different things. The charcoal kiln is now level 2. The cookout kit foraging now level 3. Survival burger actually moved from level 2 to level 8. Wonder if it got buffed. The tapper went from level 3 to level 4. And the worm bin for fishing went down to level 4. Very cool. Most home renovations now cost money. Okay. Which is refunded if you undo the renovation. Refunding, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Reduced fairy dust sell price. 500 to 300. Reduced tea sapling. Oh, no. They halved it. Oh, that's too bad. I guess you can't get as much money from tea saplings. I mean, that's good, I guess. But, yeah, that one hurts. Reduced life elixir sell price by half as well. Oof. Oh, they butchered those a little bit. All right. Building cabins no longer requires materials, only 100 gold. Okay, I don't mind that idea. Raised price of second house upgrade to 65. Okay. But reduce the number of hardwood to 100. Okay, that's not bad. I like that. Reduce worm bin's hardwood need as well. That's good. They were expensive. Increase the cost of the warp totem farm in the casino by double. Okay, so just costs more. Raise price of bombs in the dwarf shop. Ouch. That one hurts. Raise some hat prices as well. Ouch. Please, no. Put limits on some casino stock for shop. And you can now buy all brazier recipes and robins at once instead of in sequence. That's a nice change as well. Item drop changes. Very good. Chopping down a fruit tree now gives you the bright fruit sapling if it's mature. Okay. That's good to know. That's quite nice for if you have to move your fruit trees. Things like that. Chopping down a tea bush now gives back a tea sapling. Good change. There's now a small chance to find cosmetic items and other goodies while doing random tasks. Okay, interesting. Snake vertebrae are now easier to get. Train cars which carry wood can now drop hardwood. Good to know. Santa's train car can now drop gifts. All right. Reduced prismatic shard drop rate from iridium nodes to 3.5%. A little bit harder to get the shards. Good to know. Rare yellow slimes now drop money. Hey, that's cool. Brown slimes now drop wood. Very cool. Botanist perk now applies to items dropped from trees, i.e. coconuts, e.g. coconuts, I should say. All right, interesting. That's actually quite good. Reduced chance of fishing void mayonnaise at the witch swamp. Okay, fair enough. You used to get a decent amount of it, so I get it. Gift taste changes. Adjusted gift taste for several NPCs. Uh-oh. That could be dangerous for some people. Treasure chests are now a universally liked gift, accepted by Linus. Okay, good to know. Skill XP. Mushroom logs and mushroom boxes now grant 5 foraging XP on harvest. Okay. Harvesting berry bushes now grants 1 foraging XP per berry. Oh, very cool. Very interesting. Harvesting forage crops from wild seeds now gives much less foraging experience, but grants some farming experience. Okay. Interesting. Monsters on the farm now give combat experience, 1/3 of its normal value. This excludes slime hutch slimes. Good to know. Adjusted combat. Extended the area of the downward facing strike. That was a thing. And slightly extended the side attack of daggers. Topaz Ring now gives +1 defense rather than an unused precision stat. Raise the insect head damage to 20 to 30. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Raised Cudgel's critical attack power to +50. Wow, that's a big one. Bombs now affect terrain features like trees and crops within the round explosion radius rather than the square area. Okay. Slightly increased rate at which skeletons throw bones or shoot spells. All right. A little buff to the skeletons. Adjusted Junimo Cart. Added grace jumps to Junimo Cart when you run off the track. You can still jump for a short time to recover. All right. Your score is now saved if the minigame forcibly exits while playing endless mode. Okay. Noxious gas emitting mushrooms no longer appear in pairs and reduce bubble spawn rate on whale level. All right. Cool. Adjusted machines. Worm bins now require a lower fishing level and produce more bait. Oh, good. 4 to 5 instead of 2 to 5. Loom now has a higher chance to double your cloth. Good. When processing quality wool. Okay. Fish ponds now have a chance to produce extra roe whenever they produce roe. That's a nice little change as well. Geode crushers no longer require coal to operate. All right. Adjusted penalties when knocked unconscious. You can no longer lose your golden scythe, infinity weapons, or tools. Okay, that's a nice change. I like it. You can no longer lose more than 3 items. Also a nice change. The amount of money lost now scales with how much you have. It's now less punishing if you don't have much money, but more punishing if you have a lot. This also raises the maximum loss from 5,000 to 15,000. So obviously, I mean, early game, it's not going to be as bad, but late game, up to 15,000. Holy cow. That's a doozy. Adjusted food buffs. Joja Cola now gives a very short speed buff. Interesting. I like that. Green tea now gives a 0.5 speed. All right. Mine and dungeon changes. Added coal nodes to the volcano dungeon. Good to know. Barrels now spawn on Skull Cavern levels divisible by 5. Okay. Fair enough. Reduce the maximum possible effect a bad luck day can have on finding a prismatic slime. That's a nice one for sure. Reduce number of bugs to kill for Monster Slayer goal from 125 to 80. That's a nice one too. Giving you that insect head, I believe, weapon a little earlier. Made remix specialty fish bundle and analogs reward 5 Dish of the Sea to make it consistent with the classic. Okay. Riverfish now gives deluxe bait and improves some community center rewards. Okay, cool. Adjusted crafting recipe. Speed grow now requires 5 moss instead of 1 clam. Interesting. Deluxe speed grow now requires 5 bone fragments instead of 1 coral. Interesting. Don't have to store as much coral. Quality fertilizer now requires 4 sap instead of 2, but produces 2 per craft. Okay, so that's a buff. Yeah, that'd be a buff. Spouses now have the 7-day honeymoon. That was already announced. Kissing your spouse and giving them a gift on the previous day. Each reduce the minimum heart level threshold for a bedridden day by 1. So, very good. Friendship game is reduced by 33% for spouses. Interesting. Okay. Rebalance the crop fairy event. The chance no longer depends on the number of planted crops. It can no longer happen on the last day of the season to avoid growing crops that might die overnight. And it can no longer choose dead crops to grow. All right. Increase the shaving enchantment effect on giant crops. The mushroom cave now provides mushrooms every 2nd day. Oh, okay. So, not quite as frequent. You can no longer plant trees in the beach farm tunnel. Okay, good to know. Randomization no longer produces simple repeating patterns in many cases. Clay farming, mushroom level prediction, crab pot, etc. Okay. Very good. Spreading weeds can no longer destroy artifact spots. That's good. Increase the number of monsters that daily monster requests will require you to slay. Okay, good. So it might say like 10 to 20 dust sprites. Okay. Till dirt on the island farm now decays in the same way as regular. Slightly increased time for you to push against farm animals before passing through them. Slightly boosted quarry output. Daily quarry output now increases each year up to a limit. You can no longer plant trees in town. Secret notes are no longer created during festivals. Very good, except for the passive ones. Desert Festival is passive, so that's good. Adjusted fish variety in Ice Fishing Festival. Ooh, could have made it harder. For the most part, the rest of this, there's definitely some things that I want to highlight here. Performance improvements are always good. NPCs now kind of shove chests out of their way instead of destroying them. So, they used to just destroy, which was never fun. If Pam won't be coming to the bus for any reason, she now leaves a sign informing you can drive yourself to the desert. This is also a nice feature of change. Audio changes, I'll leave those for now. You can now strafe while charging a watering can or hoe, allowing you to reposition your tool hit area without changing your direction. This is nice. That's very nice. You can right click to refill your slingshot ammo. Cactus seeds. There's now a fail. Holding a T sapling or seed shows green, red placement tile. Okay. You can no longer pick up rugs if there's something on it. Good to know. Checking a pet bowl will now show a text bubble with the pet's name. So you can kind of assign a bowl to a pet. That's good. Added a new post fishing sparkling text when you've caught something for the first time. Torches can now be placed on sprinklers. Oh, cool. You can now sit in chairs during festivals. Thank you. You can now move filled chests by hitting them twice with a heavy tool. Previously only with bare hands. There we go. It shifts one space at a time. That's nice. You can now place flooring underneath most buildings. All right. Crystallariums now have to be removed and replaced before a different gem can be put inside. Good to know. Daily billboard quests now have more information. Added a small checkmark icon. You can now skip the pet adoption scene, which causes you to adopt the pet. Reduce the amount of time you need to push against your pet. That's a good one. Reduce time for mini obelisk warp. Faster. Beautiful. Male farmers are no longer forced into wedding clothes on their wedding day. So you can choose your own outfit for the wedding. Cool. Emptying a fish pond with fish still in it will cause the remaining fish to flop out of the pond. That's interesting. I think I'm going to leave the rest for you guys all to read. I'll put this link down below. A couple other quick notes. There's a few different hotkeys. So like left shift plus left control +1 when buying from a shop will attempt to buy one stack of 999. Right? So it's one of those things. You can now press Y or N for leaving, yes or no. You can shift right click an item on the toolbar to throw it out of your inventory if possible. Some of these types of things. Adventurers Guild now open till 2 a.m. That's nice. Gender specific clothing can be worn by any. If you have 12 or more hearts with your spouse, the chance they'll say on neutral dialogue in the afternoon, right? All these little things can definitely be. You can now drink mayonnaise and jelly and also eat pickles. All this type of stuff. There's a lot here that I read through. Let me know if you want to see the rest of it or me to read the rest of it. I know where I've paused, so these are some of the other changes. NPCs try to avoid walking through trees and stuff like that. So, just little things like that are pretty darn good. Organize button now sorts in a more intelligent way. Very cool. So a lot of good things. We have a lot to do, and we will be playing very soon. Look out for episode 1 right away. Bye-bye all.